Hello everyone and welcome to my preview for Oaks Day, ready to find the winners. I've got a new system that's going to help us focusing on the winners of the Cup Carnival at Flemington so far. So there's 6 form factors that I'm looking for the circle races, and then for the straight racing, a little bit of leniency, but I'll get into that a bit later. So the form factors are, there's been 19 winners in the Melbourne Cup Carnival so far. We had 10 yesterday on Cup Day. We had 9 on Derby Day. So here's what I've got. 16 out of those 19 winners were second to fifth up, coming into the right stage of their preparation, not too deep into a campaign. 19 of 19 winners ran at Metro level last start. We have 9 out of the 14 circle races. Horses have stepped up in distance from their last start, with 4 other winners staying at that same trip. We've only had 1 come back in trip. 18 out of the 19 winners have had a last start starting price of under $10, and the only one that isn't in there had a last start starting price of $12. So everything's been under $15 last start starting price so far this carnival. 14 out of the 19 runners were first to third last start finishing position, and also 14 out of the 19 finished within 2 lengths last start, and 19 out of the 19 finished within 5 lengths last start. So those are the form factors I'm looking for. Let's find the winners. The first race on Oaks Day is the TCL Trophy at benchmark 70 level for the fillies and mares over 1,700 metres. Now, when doing the point system, adding up the form factors, for this race, there were multiple horses that came out on top, but the one that I'm selecting is number 12, Full How. We're going to take a look at its last start run at Warwick Farm against the boys at benchmark 72 over 1,600 metres. It finished second here. The only point it lost is that it finished 3.5 lengths off the winner, Hurstville Zagreb. James McDonald sticks with this horse. Chris Waller trains. Gate 8, perfect draw in this big field, and I'm hoping it can run down the outside and win the first. Race 2 is the RDA Sub-Zero Handicap for the Greys at benchmark 90 level over the 1,400 metres. There was a clear standout here on the points, and it's number 2, Cloudland. This was its last start run at Randwick in a benchmark 94 over 1,200 metres. It's the grey horse, obviously, and it finished 4th here, beaten about 1.5 lengths. Was no chance on this day with the run that it had. Comes back to its own colour, draws a better gate in gate number 8, and I'm hoping that it can get the job done for the point system. Race 3 is the English Bracelet for the fillies and mares, a set weights race. It's a $350,000 race, and we've got a pretty surprising on-top selection from the points. It's number 10, Bronny Beach, at the $23 mark. It ran last start at Sandown in a benchmark 74 over 1,400 metres against the boys. It only lost half a point in the point system, and that's because it came 4th last start. So it's actually done pretty well on the points, and that's why it's on top. Ben Mellum replaces Ethan Brown. From gate 9, it'll go forward, and it steps up to 1,600 metres for the first time. Gets the blinkers on for the first time. I'd honestly be surprised if this horse wins, but the point system says it can. Apologies for the late notice, but I've been given the call up to run a Punters Club tomorrow at the Oaks Day Luncheon. So the link will be in the description if you want to see more about this. But a quick recap about it. If you're willing to pay just under $200 for some lunch and other cool stuff, I'll see you there. I'll be running the Punters Club. Going to be a great day. Race 4 is the Good Friday Appeal Trophy at benchmark 90 level over the 1,800 metres. And the on-top pick here is horse 11, Chocolate. It's a last start winner from Sandown in a benchmark 78 over 1,600 metres. It did this very well first up. It's only had the 9 starts, a 4-year-old mare for 5 wins. It's a class horse on the rise, and it had that winter form. Presser has come out of this race and won the Peninsula Cup. It maps well, drops in weight for Harry Coffey tomorrow, so I think it's a good chance. The favourite, Zambardo, lost points because it's now 6th up, and it's stepping back from 2,000 to the 1,800 metres. So Chocolate's on top. Fortune was also a good point scorer. Race 5 is the Channel 9 Chester Manifold Stakes at listed level over the 1,600 metres, and the on-top pick in this race was the favourite, Enzuto. This horse ran just on Saturday on Derby Day in the Linlithgow at Group 2 level behind Warney. It was doing some very good work through the lines, suggesting the step up to 1,600 metres will suit. Maps for a cosy run from gate 3, and Has that real X factor being only 5 days between runs. If you're looking for one at a price, another good point scorer in this race was Regal Asmon. Now we're going to get onto the Quaddie legs. The Too Darn Hot Never Shot the Deputy Colt has black type potential. Take a moment to look at the amount of stacked talent in this horse's pedigree. You can pause if you want. I rate Too Darn Hot as one of the best sires in the country right now. He's already sired a 2-year-old stakes winner this season in Sheiky. This colt is set to be trained by Tom Dabernick, who Flying Start have had great success with through stakes winner, Flying Mascot, and other regular winners in Dreams L and Calder Glory. Shares start from $3,775, so hit the link in the description to secure your share today. The first leg of the Quaddie race number 6 is the Melbourne Cup Carnival Country Final, a benchmark 80 over the 1600 metres, a $500,000 race. There were 2 horses that came out on top here, number 6 Guerite and number 11 Big Sexy. We're going to go with Guerite. They both come through this race just last Wednesday at Bendigo, where Guerite showed a really good turn of foot late to upset the favourite Big Sexy. From gate 7 on tomorrow, it looks to get a nice run again, and it looks like a good mare on the rise, and I'm hoping Guerite can get the job done. Race 7 is the Crown Red Roses Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies at Group 3 level over the 1100 metres. There were lots of horses that came out on top here, but the one I've picked out is horse number 9, Acacia. It ran against the older mares last start in the Alingi Stakes, starting favourite, finishing 4th. It was a pretty good run, and I love when 3-year-olds go against the older horses, then come back to their own age group. I've just found that to work, so I'm hoping it can work with horse number 9, Acacia. It's also proven down the straight, running second, narrowly beaten by a Coolmore place getter in My Gladiola. If you're looking for one at a big price, a good point scorer was number 14, Knifer, at $61. Race 8 is the feature. It's the Group 1 Crown Oaks over the 2500 metres for the 3-year-old fillies. The favourite's going to be awfully hard to beat, but it didn't come out on top on the point system. Just a Journey and Spicy Lou came out on top. That's the replay we're going to look at, and I've put Just a Journey on top. I was at Caulfield this day. I remember looking at them in the mounting yard and just going, gee, Just a Journey looks like an Oaks horse, and it was finishing off well behind Spicy Lou on this occasion, so that's why I've got it above Spicy Lou. Tomorrow at Flemington, get a good feeling, lost half a point for being 6th up now, but I think it's probably going to win. Just a Journey, the one that came out on top on the point system. Race 9 to finish the day is the listed New Year's Eve at Flemington Century Stakes over the 1000 metres. There were 2 clear standouts on the point system here, and we're going with Ray Magnario, the favourite. This was its last start run at Caulfield, winning the Caulfield Sprint at Group 2 level over the 1000 metres. Showed a devastating turn of foot to fly over GG's Mistruth and win. It's proven down the straight course. From gate 2, it probably hasn't drawn the right part of the straight, but Ray Magnario is an ever so consistent horse, and I expect it to be hard to beat. The other good point scorer was number 15, Trembles, right down the bottom. Now I'm going to outline some quaddies from Oaks Day, the early and the late quaddie, just focusing on horses that scored the most points from the form factors. Race 2, we've got number 2, Cloudland, and 12, Feeling Dusty. Race 3, 4, Keep Your Cool, and 8, Enna's Dream, and 10, Bronny Beach. Race 4, we've got 5, Fortune, 7, Liberami, 9, Al Duca, 11, Chocolates, and 12, Zambardo. And then in race 5, we've got 3, Apulia, 7, Regal Asmon, and 10, Enzuto. These quaddies will be available on the Sportsbet feed tomorrow morning. I just want to make sure that none of these horses are scratched before I put it out on the Sportsbet feed. Profile name, the Salmonator-YouTube. Here's the main quaddie now. In race 6, going for 6 Guerites, 10 Barbie's Dream World, and 11 Big Sexy. Going wide in the Red Roses, 5 Vain Girls, 6 Sustainable, 7 Point Barrow, 8 Invincible Woman, 9 Acacia, 10 Surfs Up, and 14 Knifer. In the Oaks, 1 Get a Good Feeling, 3 Spicy Lou, 4 Just a Journey, 7 Strictly Business, and 8 After Summer. And then bringing it home with 1 Ray Magnario and 15 Trembles. Thanks everyone for watching my Oaks Day preview. Let me know who you like tomorrow in the comments down below. Fingers crossed this new point system can help us find some winners. Until next video, bye for now.